Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now, today we're going to take a look at the charts, but first and foremost, I want to highlight a couple of sort of fundamentals that are going on in the background now with Onyx, Xcn coin. Okay, now just a quick one. The reason why I'm not actually highlighted in the corner today and showing my face is just because it's a late video. The lighting is very bad at the moment. Okay, I do have a lamp and whatnot, but it just doesn't have the same effect. So anyway, we're here and we shall get onto it. So this was literally posted a couple of days now. So we're literally less than a week now until Onyx unveil one of the most significant XCN updates to date, featuring a brand new white paper and details for a new blockchain, which they've been developing in stealth mode. Okay, so this is why the price is absolutely rocketing. We're going to take a look at the charts now. We'll do a little bit of TA as well, and what I see for the future of the Onyx coin in terms of the sort of prices. Okay, so we've got this. We've got the white paper. We've also got this in the background as well. So this is a sort of blockchain vault going on now. So this is the OIP 52. So this is XCN market support. Yeah. So this is obviously been created over here. You can see the proposal history, created, active, and it obviously takes you through this sort of schedule as well. All the way up to execution. So you can see here in this green bar here, you've had I would just round it up. So we're going to say 959 million votes. Okay. Down here, voting against, we have literally had 16.5 million votes. Okay. Only 7 addresses have voted there. We've had 202 addresses for. Now, what is this vote for? Let's have a look. So this XCN market support. So basically, HTX has acquired significant XCN over the counter to participate in XCN ecosystem. So this proposal will basically grant Justin Sun and HTX 500 million to acquire with a lockup and a settlement after 2 years. Okay, so this is a large amount. So imagine having that amount of capital, that amount of XCN tokens. That is going to be absolutely massive. So Justin Sun, he's the founder of Tron. I do believe it is a top 20 coin. Correct me if I'm mistaken. And he's also got financial links with President Donald Trump and his basically commitment to innovation. So please note, this vault will not release supply in excess of the current release schedule, as there is excess XCN reserves at this time. Okay, so that means there's going to be less selling pressure. Okay, so it's not as if they're going to just dump a lot of XCN tokens onto the market. So at least there's some sort of reassurance in terms of that. Okay, so the vote here, vote 4, is basically supporting granting the specified amount of XCN to HTX and Justin Sun for participation in governance and staking. So this is probably why he's flooding the market. So he was getting in. I'm just going to dive over to the charts now quickly, because he was dumping the market in this, what I thought was going to be this sort of second wave. So he was dumping the market, I think around, it might have even been in this second wave here. I think it was at the bottom of here. This FUD here, this is when he came out and started claiming that, there's a lot of market manipulation going on. So he bought this spike. So I do not believe XCN price is going to fall below this sort of liquidation spike down here around sort of anywhere between 1.8 to 2 cent. Okay, so just shy of 2 cent. In my view, this is where XCN's coming down now into this sort of blue sort of diagonal sort of price action. Yeah, so this is where we're catching these, this price data beautifully. If I just zoom out for you guys, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, here. And you can see this red candle here where we did have that massive wick into the thingy. And this is a perfect parallel channel as well. So this line has basically been cloned and placed on there. You can see catch, almost catch. So it's like perfect. Do you know what I mean? These markets are rigged massively. Now with this, I literally can't make heads or tails out of it. So I always get a sort of secondary opinion. Now, who better to get a secondary opinion than off ChatGPT? So this is basically, I basically typed in this prompt. Is it more likely to decrease or increase the price? So this is ChatGPT's answer. Okay, it's hard to say with certainty, but based on the details of the proposal, here's a breakdown of the likely effects on the price. So number 1, credibility and exposure. Okay, I agree with that. Staking and governance. This is the big one. So the proposal also involves staking and governance, which could result in increased utility for Xcn. So that's positive. If more people begin staking Xcn to participate in governance, this could lead to a reduced circulating supply as staked tokens are locked up, which could exert upward pressure on the price, which is exactly what we need. So long term, the 500 million Xcn to be locked up for 2 years lockup period. Yeah. So for me, I feel like Xcn is, ultimately safe from sort of price manipulation in terms of, dumping any of these bags upon us. Yeah. Could decrease selling pressure in the short term, keeping the price stable or allowing it to grow over time. That's what I like to hear. Now, the negatives, again, where there's reward, there's also risk. Market reaction to see centralization. So, yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't mind people having control over a centralized sort of ledger, if you will, as long as that money involved, what they're participating with, is locked up. It's locked up for 2 years. So for me, I could scratch this one out. And for me, I'm not bothered if it's centralized or not. All I want to see is upwards pressure on the price. Okay, so number 2, skepticism and negative sentiment. Justin Sun, despite his success with Tron as being a controversial figure, so it's his reputation. Dilution risk after 2 years. Again, guys, we're not here for 2 years. We're just going to ride this super cycle up this year. So all these negatives, in my view, you can basically scratch them. Yeah, so in my view, it's very, very bullish sort of news that is going to basically come to fruition with Xcn. So with Xcn, this is just a 4-hour time frame, and you guys can see, like I said, I've just highlighted this now. Didn't mean to move that, so let's just undo that. So here we go. Again, talk about this red candle here. Zoom in for you guys here. You can see where we had that sort of, resistance, and then we've up thrusted there. Again, perfect parallel channel. You got the grind along the bottom, pop, not quite enough. And then we eventually land there, do you know what I mean? And that marks the top there. So really, we should have been capturing the tops and not necessarily looking at Elliott waves on a sort of shorter time frame, say, for example, like the 1 hour. And believe it or not, XDC has wicked right into this price action where we got that sort of grind. So right now, in my view, and this is where I tweeted out today that I am going to be placing my stops. So today, here we go. Got some buy orders in at 0.024. So this was 4 hours ago, guys. Okay, so where are we heading now? Let me just measure down to this blue line here. So from sort of current price action down here is about 2.4. Yeah, you can see there on my chart there. Yeah, follow the cursor, 2.4. And that takes us into the blue line. Yeah, we could go a tad lower around there, but I want to capture the sort of bottom perfectly. In my view, that is the bottom for Xcn, and that's when we'll probably get a bounce there. Okay, guys. So from this sort of blue trend line down here, I do expect us to really get rallying here. Yeah, and that would be a 200% move from the bottom line. And I've actually discussed this as well over on another tweet. Let's just go back now. Where are we now? I've got that many tabs open. So let's have a look. I posted it here. Look at this, guys. This is Xcn again. And I discussed 40% corrections are normal for Xcn, yeah? So when we made this sort of first rally from this high of the 4-hour close, we corrected approximately 40%. Yeah, we rallied again, and from the top, 40%. We rallied again just recently, correction 40%. Yeah, get a wick through. Yeah, which was that was pretty scary territory before we actually saw the sort of TA that we're producing today. Okay, so I do expect us to really get going. Like I said, we're looking at making a move into the this blue sort of channel, if you will. Again, like I said, 200%, which is typically the move that we make. Yeah, so usually we get 200 and 250%. So, history is repeating so far. Now, in my view, I believe we can get up to this sort of grey line here. So that's approximately 260. And that is, this right here is perfectly being plotted. This is perfectly plotted TA with a Fibonacci. Yeah, this isn't a variation of me on the 4-hour. This is the official Fibonacci levels of the whole chart. Yeah, so why is this important, guys? Because I'm just going to talk through the price action here. So this basically marks out the bottom here, yeah? And look at where the price comes in. Let me just drag this around and get this spot on. Right, so I'd say that's about right there. Okay, and the reason being, you can see here, this marks out the very top, and this is a sort of, inception of the Xcn sort of price data over on the Kraken exchange here. And look at this, we wick all the way down to this 382, catches that orange line perfectly, and it shoots straight back up. So there's massive volume coming into the markets, and you can see at each level here, you know, we have all this interaction here, here, and then eventually the bottom. Again on this red line on the upwards trajectory, here, here, and then we're sort of flicking between the orange and the red. Do you know what I mean? So there is a lot of confluence in the market now. Basically, what Xcn has basically done recently is absolutely melted through all these fib lines here, and on the sort of daily, it looks like we're rejecting upon this this blue sort of TA, if you will. So it looks like we're rejecting. So there is a chance, like I say, we're going to trade negatively to around 2 cent for. There is a risk that we could come back down to this line here, which would be, in my view, just shy of 1 cent for. But I'm going to be in this for the long run. Now, I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to start hodling the bag with Xcn, because believe it or not, we have got the Fed meeting tomorrow, and everybody knows how bullish I am now with the Fed meeting, especially after sharing the charts over on my Twitter feed here. So this is basically XLM with our bull pennant. Fed meeting tomorrow, boom. Fed meetings down here, US elections, boom. Fed meetings are massive, guys. So I'm expecting a massive sort of rally tomorrow, okay? And I don't feel like Xcn is going to miss out on this. So with that being said, what sort of targets have we got? So this is just Fibonacci. What we can also do is plot the sort of targets as well. So this is a Fibonacci extension. So this is similar sort of tool. And look at this. This is wild. Look at these targets up here. So once we actually get up here, I'm just going to highlight our sort of price where we're currently trading. So we're trading around here at this fib line. Yeah, and we have been targeting on this channel for the past sort of week around 8, 9, 10 cent range. Look at this. Top of this fib, all-time high is 8 cents 6 around there. Okay, so we could plot that slightly higher. Again, it's very, very sensitive, guys. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. So 8 cent 5. Once we breach 8 cent 5, which is likely to happen, in my view, after the Fed meeting. Okay, I'm not saying straight away, but from tomorrow, over the next couple of weeks, we can start to get going. Look at where this next price target is after we breach 8 cent 5. It's worth holding the bag. Look at this, what this is stipulating here. This is a 161.8. Yeah, this is coming in at $1.60 if we round it up. $1.60 per unit, which is absolutely massive from current price action. This is why I'm hodling the bag and I'm adding to the orders here. Look at the state of this. Like, if we just measure from current price action here, so this is where we're trading now, about 2 cent 7. If we run it up all the way up here, all the way up to this first fib target, yeah, and that's conservative, I'm pretty sure that puts us at a 4.6, no, it puts us at around 46 billion market cap, yeah. XRP did more than that in the 2017 cycle, the first ever bull run XRP did, yeah. It absolutely obliterated that sort of market cap. So there's every reason why XCN can reach that market cap. That is 5,786% away. That is absolutely wild, yeah? So again, let's just take the calculator out just for sort of, argument's sake. And we'll just start off with, I don't know, what's everybody got? I like just using round numbers for argument's sake because, some people have got 10,000, some people have got 100,000. So nice round number and people can, soon add it up. So we'll just start with that from current price, 10,000 invested at current rate. And then what we're doing is adding on this percentage. So 5,786%. Okay, and that is your gain plus your initial. $10,000 would return you 588,600. Yeah, and that's just to the first sort of fib level here in the blue. Yeah, we only have to start breaching 8 cent 5, and that is basically programmed into Onyx crypto coin. Okay, so that is absolutely massive, guys. Not financial advice. You guys can do what you want. I'm hodling now for the long term. Going to get this Fed meeting out of the way tomorrow, and we are going to rock it to planet Mars. Trust me, guys, Onyx is going to the moon, and that's what it's all about. We are covering space payments in the landscape. I've been the Block Bull. Block Bull is over and out.